What is up, everybody? Back for another show this week. The new changes. I like it. I think it's going to be pretty exciting. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in to the Chasing Daylight podcast. What's up, boys?
Yo.
So we're going to see if this new Riverside stuff works. You never know. I threw it out there on Twitter and Instagram. A couple people said they may tune in. If so, great. If you are listening and you want to be a part of this, there's two ways to do it. If you hit the link, check Twitter, check Instagram, and I'll post it in the show notes for future episodes. But if you want to hit the link, it's going to take you to Riverside. If you're on mobile, it's going to ask you to download the app. And if you download the app, you can then listen in only. If
Monday nights around 8.
Yeah, is when we typically are on. If you click on the link via desktop, Mac or PC, prefer that to be with the Chrome browser, then you have access to not only listen, but you can participate in the chat room, and we're monitoring that. And then you can also call in. And so if we say something that's so asinine or so unbelievably amazing that you just feel like you have to get your 2 cents in, you now have an opportunity to do that. So it's pretty exciting. Last week was a test run with it. I think it went well. Freaked out a couple times when Jeremy's audio cut out, but we think we figured that out. And so you guys, ready to do this? Ready to talk some golf?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. Okay. So before anything else, I want to give a massive, huge congratulatory shout out to Harry Hall for getting his PGA Tour card for the 2022-2023 season. So congrats, Harry. Very well deserved. It was fun watching that. Your videos have been amazing. And congrats.
Yeah, I mean,
wow. Okay, thanks, guys.
Harry, sorry, I was trying to copy the link I was going to post the link for the live listen. I mean, dude, Harry finally getting on tour, which is super rad. I mean, awesome. Killed it at the Shriners last year, and I cannot wait to see. I mean, Harry is the closest we've gotten to a PGA Tour player. Played with him out at Paiute, played with him at 5-iron, and I'm so stoked. What a good dude. Super funny, super cool dude, and I can't wait to watch him more. Probably the most invested I am in a player on tour is Harry Hall, and 100%. I can't wait to watch him. I cannot wait. It's awesome.
And then Taylor Montgomery locked up his card earlier this year, but the young Rebs on tour with Kurt Kitayama, Harry Hall, and Taylor Montgomery, it's going to be fun to watch those guys.
Yeah, Taylor Montgomery too, another Vegas kid. I mean, awesome.
So congrats, Harry, to that. Give a little golf clap there.
Harry, remember, I'm in your Venmo still.
Hey, and Harry, I taught you a shot.
Yes.
I taught Harry a shot. It's going to come in handy at one point. I know.
What did we call that? The
shank spinner?
The chip shank spinner roller flopper.
Something like that. The shanky duffer chipski.
There you go. That was so funny. Another big shout out. Willie Z finally got it done. Came through in the clutch. How about the "What will they say now" comment? Was that not amazing?
Wow! I had
goosebumps.
Fired up, man.
I had goosebumps. That was so cool. We went to the final Aces game of the season, which was, I mean, it was nice to see a packed house and a basketball game and an exciting basketball game. I know the women's basketball doesn't get a ton of support, but Mark Davis sat in his seat until the game was over, even though the Raider game started an hour, into the, it was, he left and there was still about an hour had taken place at the Raiders game. So hung out for that. He's totally vested in the team. The place was nuts. It was Sue Bird's final regular season game of her career. And afterwards, Erica and Emma had a meet and greet with some of the players. And so Brooklyn and I went and walked around Mandalay and went to Johnny Rockets and got some milkshakes. And I was sitting in the little food court there watching it on my phone. And man, that was exciting to see. What will they say now? I mean, that's his go get that moment.
Yep.
You know, it's amazing to see. So on that front, I this kind of happened late last week, so we didn't get much time to talk to discuss it much. But Rickie and Will both got rid of their caddies. Rickie played really well until that 9 he posted on 18. What a great closing hole, by the way.
Yeah. Much
drama in that playoff.
Yeah.
But so they both get rid of their caddies and both play really well. The conversations with Zalatoris and his caddy, because he was mic'd up, of course, because or not mic'd up. They had the mics on him because it was, coming down to the wire and he's in it. Great conversations. Man, you guys are just full of it tonight. Good Lord. Jesus Christ.
It was interesting hearing about how that one went down. I mean, Rickie seems like that might have, I don't know if it was coming, but he's been struggling for so long. Maybe it was time to make that change. But Willie, you never know there's anything going on, but it seemed like there was something else going on that maybe it came to a head or something.
Yeah.
And it was mid-tournament, wasn't it?
It was after Saturday's round last week?
Yeah.
When it happened?
Yeah.
Or after Friday's round? I think it was after Friday's round. So I don't think he was around for the weekend. But man, wild stuff.
Yeah.
Get out of town and then you go out and win in a playoff?
Yeah.
Whew.
I mean, super dramatic too.
Oh, I mean, I said in our Discord chat, in our VGN one to everybody, the battle of the ages we've all been waiting for: squares versus FootJoy. And Sepp, I mean, he had some good chances, and he's a member at Kinderloo, and that's the Valdosta area. It's where Neil's from, and so I know he was rooting for him. But I mean, how could you not want Willie Z to come? I mean, the PGA Tour needed him to win that event.
Yeah.
Tony was out of it, and JJ Spawn decided to play some hat golf on the weekend, and it could have been kind of like a fail.
I did not watch a ton of it this past weekend, but I mean, how both balls hit the rocks, and how Will's
didn't
rested
go in
on the rocks, like that Plinko situation was crazy. I don't know how that came to rest on the rocks.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it didn't. Thankfully, it didn't matter because he ended up taking a drop anyways. But
how does that happen? That's like that does not happen. That's not like real.
When he's standing there with the club going over and over, and I'm like, you can't hit this, bro. You can't. Stop.
It's gonna go backwards.
It's going to go backwards. Stop. You do not hit this. And he was, for way too long, had a club in his hand. Way too long, and that's where the new caddy should have, if he would have wanted to hit it, just do the old tackle him right into the water. Like, no, you're not hitting this. But thankfully, cooler heads prevailed.
We're Nish and Chris, two very amateur golfers on a quest to play the top 100 courses in the UK and Ireland, after Chris set this challenge on a drunken Saturday night in my kitchen. Join us on our frequently humorous journey of a lifetime as we grapple with the logistical and financial challenge of playing some of the best courses in the world, as well as grappling with our games, because let's face it, it's never just about playing. Sometimes the score matters too. Listen to the Top 110 Golf Podcast wherever you get your podcasts.
Yeah, I mean, that was just super drama, which was fantastic.
I mean, he hits the tee shot, it goes right, hits a car path, almost goes out of bounds. The tree stopped it from clearing that fence. Then Seb hits his ball. He hit 3 draws on that hole, which is brave. And he was thinking about standing with 1 foot in the water and hitting it. He takes a drop. They're both hitting 3. And I mean, those putts that Zalatoris made, I mean, clutch.
Yeah,
It was
no figure eights on those ones.
No, those were.
Are you sure the second the one that he made that looked a little scary?
I mean, it wasn't like a figure eight. It was like an offline, inline
like a gym
kind of thing. Yeah.
But are you starting to think, like I'm starting to think, that it's like that's his move?
Yeah, I mean,
he doesn't miss those.
I mean, it shows off
lately.
Closer to the hole he is. Like,
that's true. When they're zoomed in, it's super obvious. But
yeah, when he's close to the hole, you can see like he's figure skating.
When he's 20 feet away, it's a perfectly smooth stroke.
Yeah, totally. I mean, it's just got to be some nerves there, like.
But that's what I'm wondering. That's what we've been thinking for a while, that it's nerves and jittery and yips. But what if that's like just when he's close, that's what he does?
I mean, it could be. I mean, I don't know. It hadn't panned out for him too well in the past, but
I don't know, man. He
hasn't closed one out because of that. Like he's missed some because of that.
Did you see where they're saying he has won more money on tour and hasn't won an event than anybody else this season?
I don't think I saw that.
That's crazy. It's just wild. He's
like, I would take Zalatoris with a 10-footer over a 3-footer any day. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, and that's what I would have said 2 months ago, 100%. But now I'm like, freaking figure 8 stroke. But
that wasn't a 3-footer. That was.
I'm bringing the figure 8 stroke to my putting game.
That was 6 to 8. Well, that's what your putter stroke looks like occasionally with that left hand low.
But
you have to stop mid stroke.
I stop it though. I do stop it. It's so funny every time Joe goes, "Whoa!"
Yep.
But hey, how about Dan stopping me, and I felt like Tiger.
Oh yeah, that was hilarious.
That was funny as hell.
Like just full on, like loaded.
We had I said Joe was so torqued. How he stopped was no idea.
A car pulled out into the fairway, right? And Dan stopped me. He said, "Hey Joe, hold on." And I was, halfway through my backswing. I was coiled. I was snaked up.
Striking.
Yeah. I was ready to unload. And Dan was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. It's like, no, it's kind of cool because I felt like Tiger for at least 1 second of my life. Like that was the most I've ever felt like Tiger Woods in my entire life when I stopped that swing.
Yeah.
You look just like him.
It felt really good. Were
your glutes activated?
I mean, they were deactivate them.
They were like pre-workout mode. They were like almost like feeling the juice.
All right, so we could chat a little bit about our golf we played since we're on that topic. We had I don't know.
Joe hit into someone again
3 times.
I wasn't gonna go that much into it, but
it's the most beautiful shot I've ever seen too.
Oh my god, I've got it on video, and the first edit I did on it didn't come out really good, and then I'm sitting there going, Matt, you dumbass, you have the new computer, upload the videos and work on it and make it really good. So I'm going to work on that and make it a good video. But as a little preview of what happened, we're on the second hole at Revere Concord. It's a par 5. And Joe is, how far out were you? Like 240?
Yeah, 235, something like that.
Yeah. And so we're waiting for the group to clear the green.
They cleared. They all walked. They were on the green.
They all walked off the green, and then you'll see in the video as Joe looks at his ball, looks at the green, looks at his ball, starts to swing, and as he's taking the club away, you just see a white hat appear and start walking towards the middle of the green. And he goes 4, 4, and Dan Jones 4, and I no idea what this dude was doing.
Dude, I feel like he like hit his putt, he missed it, and then he like tapped in for whatever par bogey or something, and then walks back to the cart, and he's like, "Hold on, wait, let me go try that putt again. I think I could have made that if I have a second look at it." Like he was full on at the cart.
I could see them going, "I'll give you $100 if you make that putt." I mean, that's like the only reason you go back when there's people waiting in the fairway on a second shot of a par 5.
Some stupid shit.
Yeah, but you hit it to like 8 feet or was it like 10 feet and made the eagle putt?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think I've ever started birdie eagle in my life.
Yeah, he was 3 under after 2.
Yeah, and I think those guys being close to hitting or my ball with their kneecaps was detrimental to my score that day. But
yeah,
because I felt like I was gonna hit them every time, and on the 4th hole, Dan's like, I hit a ball, and I felt like I nutted it. I felt like I on the screws, right? Dan's like, "Oh God, you're gonna hit him! You're gonna hit him, Joe! You're gonna hit him!" And so I yell 4, and then Matt's yelling back at me like, "Who do you think you are?" I mean, I was 40 yards behind him at least.
He was 100 yards behind him.
Yeah. But I felt like
I'm like, I know Joe's been like lifting weights and has added a lot of club head speed to his game, but who the fuck does he think he is?
I felt like I caught it. That's the only reason why I believe Dan. I mean, Dan was obviously lying to me in the moment, but I caught it, so I was like,
that was so funny.
He might be right.
Know your yardages.
Yeah, and those like we were waiting a lot, but
yeah,
non-intentionally trying to hit them, that's for sure, because it does not boast well for my game, that's for sure.
Yeah, so what did you guys, it's been a while since either one of you have played Concord, and since they, and I'm beating a dead horse here, but since they did not overseed it last year, and that turf got to sit all winter and not be dormant, or not cut back to nothing and have to regrow, it actually had the base in there. What did you guys think about the course?
I thought it looked really good.
Yeah, kind of surprising, right?
Yeah, some of the fairways were pretty tight. It seemed like more on the front were really good shape, really good lies, and then on the back they're a little longer. Greens didn't seem as beat up as normal. I think they've been kind of putting some effort towards fixing ball marks and stuff.
Yeah, I said you noticed that the tool that they're using to repair them was in use a lot because it's got kind of like an octagonal, mark that it leaves. So that's good to see.
Yeah, and the marshals are carrying around divot fixers or whatever in their carts. So
yeah, and I mean, we saw him 5-6 times. So I mean, he didn't stop or anything, but he did say, "Hey, John, it's 17. You're almost done. Thanks for coming out," which was, I mean, it's always nice to hear that. So they're out there, they're trying. I did chat with Tice a little bit before the round, and he told me that they have some new sand coming. So it's gonna be a Band-Aid fix. It's not gonna be an overhaul and like what Revere's or what Rio's doing, but it's going to be better. With the rates that some of these courses in this valley are charging, you just can't have an adequate elements like that on a golf course and expect people to come back. So hats off to them for finally realizing that and making some steps to get it taken care of.
So shout out Cyrus. He is the only one that I currently know of that is watching live.
Hey, thanks, Cyrus.
Hey, Cyrus.
He shot me a message.
Oh yeah,
awesome.
Yeah.
Can you see anything?
No, it doesn't tell me if anybody's in. If he,
well, he's watching.
Cyrus, you should be able to hit the chat and you can communicate with us via the chat, unless it's on mobile. I don't think you can. I think you can only listen on mobile, but if you're on desktop, you can chat and then call in if you want. So
Hey,
Thanks for tuning in, buddy.
I bet Cyrus doesn't believe that Banff Springs has the most beautiful par 3 in the world. That should get him to chat, right? That should get him to chat.
Those are great videos.
Yeah.
I love seeing that course.
Such good stuff, man.
Cyrus has been doing great stuff. Follow him. Follow him.
Yeah,
Instagram.
he had an experience out at Cascada this last week that was kind of upsetting. After he made that birdie on the first hole, didn't have Casey out there looping for him. Had some guy that was giving him some really bad reads.
He said, best par 3 in Canada. Close.
Yeah, so he had a friend in town that he took him out there, and it was like, man, he goes, customer service wasn't that good, and the caddy wasn't that good. I was like, oh man, that sucks, because I mean that place can be really special.
Yeah,
oh man, we also got Chris Torres joining in live. Shout out Chris Torres. So thanks, high Chris. Repping. Big carne asada fan. Cooking some carne asada out there in the streets.
What fan? What did you call it?
Hey man, we're Vegas. You were born on the east side. You should know, but you don't.
But it didn't sound like you said carne asada. It sounded like you said
carne asada. Supermercado.
Okay. Oh, you did your.
Hey, have you ever been to Hamburger Hut? Have you ever been to Hamburger Hut?
No.
No, okay. But you talked about it.
Yeah, I just saw it pop up on my TikTok. Chris, I don't know if you've ever been to Hamburger Hut, but next time we go to Coyote Springs, we should stop at Hamburger Hut. It's off of I-15 in Cheyenne. It's like hood hamburgers. And I've heard about it in rap songs, like local artists, but I want to go
Stop and Shop chicken wings.
Yeah, exactly. Like Stop and Shop chicken wings. Shout out Stop and Shop chicken wings, teriyaki joints. Those are bomb, but their hamburgers are supposed to be pretty bomb, and the chicken wings look good. So next time we go to Coyote Springs, that is a must. It's off Cheyenne and I-15.
We still need to do the Farm Basket run too, because
we do need to do Farm Basket. Yeah, that's for sure.
Where is that one again? That one's by the Muni, right?
Kind of, yeah. It's Jones and Charleston.
I think so.
General area.
I'll have to look into that and see. I forgot to mention this last week, but a couple people have signed on to this because we were promoted on Instagram, but we started a Discord server for the podcast. If you want access to that, just send a message. I'll send you the link. I'll post it again in the story. So if you see that, if you're on Discord, you know what Discord's about. Our Vegas Golf Network Discord is amazing. We have so many guys on there that just love talking golf, and I've brought a handful of them over, Chris Torres being one of them, to the Chasing Daylight Discord server. And it's new, and there's not a whole lot going on right now, but as you know, stuff happens and we do things, and there'll be some content there, and it's a great way for everybody to interact with us. So check that out as well. So what, Jeremy, I know, Joe, this is going to be a shock to you, but Jeremy played Coyote Springs on Sunday.
No.
I mean, strange. It's shocking. And
did you play with Dan?
I did not.
No.
Oh, wow. That's a shocker.
He was out there with the nice par, though, guys.
Yes.
Well, that's not a shocker.
At all.
Yeah. Yeah, we played out there. Got some video, and probably be in the next 3 weeks worth of videos coming up.
Well, I hope you do better than my first appearance on the Nice Partho YouTube channel, because I failed utterly and horribly in the closest to the pin challenge at 5-iron.
Well, I did top one into the water on 14 off the tee, so that'll be a highlight.
Did you take your shoes off for that one or no?
I did not. No, not this time. Water was a little cloudy.
What was the water level on that? Because when we played at the Saturday Skins game, it was low.
Yeah, it was back to normal.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah. Yep, it was good though. Oh my gosh, the greens were the slowest I've ever seen. They were probably rolling like an 8.
I feel like they get slower and slower every week, every time we're out there.
Plus it was super wet. Like, I mean, it's just the rain and they're still watering, but I think they're getting ready to punch because the greens are just, they're ready to be punched.
They're fluffy.
Yeah.
Very fluffy. Well, we got Mitch's Revenge coming up in September. Trevor did an awesome thing and got us a group of 20 out there. We've got 16 guys that have signed up for it so far. That's gonna be a blast. I can't wait to do Mitch's. That's gonna be fun. And we're doing a couple side games as separate from. We're doing like some VGN side games. So all the guys that are in the VGN that are going to be out there, we're doing a blind 2-man draw. So you don't know who you're going to be partnered with, but you're not necessarily, you don't have to play with them. It's just, we're going to combine scores from 2 people randomly. So that's one of them. And then I don't remember what the other one is. I don't know if it's skins or not, but we'll see.
Yeah, and that's like 3 days before we leave for our Georgia trip.
I know. I can't wait. Georgia's coming. Georgia's coming.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Talk about that down at the end. And I think that's it. We got our VGN tournament, the Desert Rose Ditch Classic, is coming up Saturday. I emailed out the pairings today.
Yeah.
That's going to be a good time.
I'm stoked to play with Eric.
Yeah, same.
And we're expecting some more rain this week. So we may have a contest for whoever can bring in the most eclectic trash. Will win. Like I'll talk with Tyson, see if he'll hook somebody up with a free round of golf. Whoever can
and a syringe is not an automatic win.
No. That's an automatic loss
unless it's loaded.
But we can
get
have
your
like
tetanus shot.
Our own version of the
bring your rubber
Road
gloves.
Show.
Yeah.
We'll get the whoever has the most highest appraised piece of trash will win something. It's gonna be a mess. And I
was texting Eric earlier, and I was like, "Have you ever played the club at Sunrise?" And he's like, "No, don't know anything about it." I was like, "It's definitely interesting."
It's gonna shock a lot of people. I played there one time. I have really good memories of that place. Played with
you
Mike
hold
and Joe.
out.
I thought it was a really fun course, so I'm looking forward to getting back there.
It's fun, but I'm so excited to play with someone that hasn't played it. That's from that doesn't live here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can't wait to hear.
So
I mean,
Eric
is just wants to have fun, and he enjoys himself, and but I hope I hear some words about the club at Sunrise.
I think we're going to hear words from Trey and Eric. I'm sure.
Oh God,
Trey will have some strong opinions.
Has Trey played it yet?
No.
Oh, okay, awesome.
God.
Yes.
Oh no.
I can't wait. We should mic their seats in the carts.
Yes. He's gonna be on like the 4th hole, and there's gonna be a meth fucking fight in the backyard of somebody's house while some lady's sitting in a robe grilling some spam, and he's just gonna be like, "Where the fuck am I right now?"
Yeah, dogs barking, police helicopters, sirens,
kids playing in the ditch,
clearance tags from Kohl's spread out over the green.
My Lord.
I can't wait. Awesome. It's going to be a fun time.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. And, I told everybody, or I've been telling people, yes, this is not one of the more premier courses in Vegas, but we're at a time right now where the weather is good. A lot of people playing golf. It wasn't easy to get tee times. The NFL preseason has started. There's a lot going on in the valley. The weather's going to be getting better. We got courses that are closed. It's just tough for us to get a decent rate at a course. So this opportunity presented itself to us. We're gonna go out there and have some fun. It's a challenging course. I mean, if you hit a high fade or a slice, you're in for a long day. You're in for a long day. So it's gonna be interesting to see. They have some of the best greens in town. We had a couple guys play it last week, and they said it's soft, it's wet, it's furry, but the greens are flawless.
Yeah, greens are really good out there. I mean, it's been a few months since I've been out there, but those greens are, when they're good. Hard to read, AstroTurf situation, but I'm excited to jump on those greens because they are summer greens for the most part. So that'll be fun. Yeah. Chris said that an update on Las Vegas National is the wash down there is also full of trash.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I
when
mean,
we
the
were out there, it
monsoon
was
season has
bad.
the monsoon season has been just brutal the past 2-3 weeks, right?
Yeah, they're saying it's
Yeah.
it's probably the wettest monsoon season in 10 years.
I've seen a lot of pictures of like a ton of brown spots on a lot of courses. National, I mean, Lexington isn't looking the greatest it's ever looked.
Yeah, well, they're getting ready to dry it out. So
That's true, but I mean, a lot of the water is just sitting and it's turning the grass to brown, soggy areas
and
on
that's
a lot
what
of courses.
I was in our VGN chat. Trey was saying, water's good for all the courses, and I'm like, not necessarily here, because you allocate so much water for your nutrition and how the course is going to be maintained, and when Mother Nature says, here, have a ton, it's like, oh shit, we really don't know what to do with all this water, so it can cause some drama.
Yeah, since National Center City, there were 2 needles found, I'm told.
Nice. That's
almost
a trifecta.
Yeah, I mean,
you get 3 needles, you bring them to the pro shop, you get a free round.
I mean, National catches everything before it gets to the club at Sunrise, probably.
Yeah.
So,
well, the club at Sunrise comes in from the north side too. So
that's true.
They get the conjunction of both Midtown and Northtown. So it's very, dude. It's amazing how many times I've played there, and there's been a cooler.
Yeah, there's always a Coleman.
There's always a Coleman cooler, and it's I keep on every time I like, hey, open it up and let's see what's in it. Fuck you, I'm not going out there again.
guaranteed to see a red Coleman out there.
Almost
after monsoon season,
or the plastic tricycles. I mean, it's just
couch.
I'll tell you what, I'm not walking like past like 5 feet of rough.
No.
The ball is dead.
Yes, you'll never find it.
You'll never get out of there.
No.
Yeah. Who was it?
Knee deep
Kyle
carne
Peter
juice.
Said he was out there and suggested that suggested that it just needs to, hey, if you hit it there, don't even bother looking for it, just drop. So but there are some rules for the bridges and concrete areas. You can play it as a lateral, but if you hit it into the ditch, you're going to be playing stroke and distance more than likely. And I highly recommend people take advantage of that and hit your 4th from the fairway instead of walking down and falling into a mud hole and coming up covered in mud, because I've seen that happen more than once.
Yeah.
This is going to be fun.
For those that don't know or have never played Club at Sunrise, especially during monsoon season, just drop. Don't go down. Just don't go down there. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
At all.
Take those flash flood warnings seriously.
Yeah. COVID is nothing compared to the Club at Sunrise.
For those wondering, Eric playing not in Vegas, not a Vegas resident, playing in the VGN. One of our rules is you have to live in Vegas. Well, he signed up in the beginning of the year when he was moving to Vegas. And
he reps Las Vegas very hard.
Very hard. So I told him that after he found out they weren't moving, that I would refund him. He said, no, keep it and use it for the league. He paid his green fees. So yeah, that's why he's out there with us, and very much looking forward to him hanging with everybody.
Absolutely. And go back and listen to the Eric Greenlee episodes. Those are great.
Yeah, silky smooth Eric Greenlee voice. Hello, everybody. Okay, so our tournament winners from this last weekend, Will Zalatoris at 15 under. He won the FedEx St. Jude's Championship. Ewan Ferguson at 12 under won the men's side of the ISPS Honda World Invitational. Robbie Shelton at 17 under won the Pinnacle Bank Championship. Taylor Montgomery was right there. He shared the lead after the 3rd day. Maya Stark of House Stark at 20 under won the ISPS Honda World Championship on the women's side. Miguel Angel Jimenez at 15 under won the Boeing Classic. And shout out to Saka Babi. Is that how you would say that, Jeremy? Mm-hmm. She defeated Monet Chun 11-9 to win the women's U.S. Amateur. And Yana's dad posted today that of all the swings he saw at the U.S. Junior Am, her swing made him go, wow.
Yeah, I watched a lot of that, actually.
Did you?
Yeah, Chambers. I love watching Chambers.
That was the Chambers we should have got for the U.S. Open.
Yeah.
That's how that course can be just amazing.
Yeah.
Let's see. So the locks, this is weird. I don't know why the FedEx rankings do this. They don't list how many points the players won because it's not technically an event. It's a playoff. So I had to go to ESPN to see how many points everybody got. I had Sam Burns. He finished 20th. He got 154 points, and I got 10 points for a bonus. Joe had Cameron Young, who, after starting not so well, turned it around, finished 31st. He got 81 points for that. Jeremy had Max Homa, who finished 42nd and got 50 points. So the standings through 43 tournaments, Joe's at 3,927. I caught up a little bit. I'm 710 points behind, and Jeremy is 1167. So, Jeremy, you need a win.
I'm still planning on it.
Okay. Because 2,000 points and some bonus for the win, you could take over the league.
Yeah, points are tripled, right?
No, it's still 2,000 this week.
Okay.
And then we'll have to figure out how we do the finals because there's no points awarded for the finals. So we'll have to figure that out. Maybe this is why we didn't do the playoffs last year.
We'll just have to do place. Place times two, something like that.
Yeah.
Man, we'll figure it out. So there was a little bit of change in the FedEx Cup standings after this first playoff event. Zalatoris takes over the top spot, followed by Scotty Scheffler, Cameron Smith, who has withdrawn from the BMW, Sam Burns, and Tony Finau ran out the top 5.
Do you think there's anything to Cam Smith's withdrawal? When I saw that, I was like, anything
Of course,
to that?
your thoughts go there for sure. I mean, he says he's going to finish out FedEx Cup, but
I mean, he's in a spot to where if he's not feeling 100%, he can take a week off.
Yeah, he can be okay
and get healthy and go for it. I still think as soon as the President's Cup's over, he's, wearing a LIV hat. Just based on his comments about, when they asked him, "Are you going?"
He's just never denied it or.
Well, if he says it, what's it going to say to the PGA Tour? I mean, he's basically asking them suspend me,
Mm-hmm.
And
it's going to be interesting.
Yes, it is. It's going to be very interesting. So let's take our break. We're 37 in, so let's take our break, and then we'll come back, go over what's coming up this week, go over the odds, and talk about Georgia.
Hey, I'm Bob West, your Vegas golfing real estate agent. Over the course of a 4-hour round, I can help you with some tips to lower your scores. I can also help you with your goals when it comes to buying or selling a home anywhere in Las Vegas or Henderson. Reach out to me on Instagram at @TheBobWest or just send me a text at 605-881-5481. Give me a call. Let's play around.
Golfers, it's time to tee it up at Las Vegas Golf Superstore with all the hottest brands in golf at the best prices featuring tailor-made stealth carbon woods and irons. Callaway's Rogue ST collection of woods and irons, Titleist's T-Series irons and Vokey wedges, and Ping's G425 woods and irons. All this and more at Las Vegas Golf Superstore. Swing by and receive a free custom fitting today. Las Vegas Golf Superstore, home of the 90-day satisfaction guarantee, or shop us online at worldwidegolfshops.com.
Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for sticking with us through the break. We really appreciate that. And shout out to Bob West for being the golfing real estate agent. And I want to give some love to, I don't know if you can see it back now, you maybe can't see it back here, but FN3P. I wore one of their new polos out Saturday when we played Concord. If you want to look on TikTok, Instagram, you can see it. Amazing polo, very, very comfortable.
Yeah, they're looking really good this season.
Yeah, so I'm definitely gonna grab one of the black ones and the blue ones, and doing good stuff. So thanks, Jordan, for sending that so quickly. And my Travis Matthews stuff showed up today, so I'm back in the current good glove game, some new Quater gloves, thank God, and socks. I got to replenish some socks. The Quater socks are just amazing if you haven't worn those.
Yeah, those are good.
Cyrus has said he's at Home Depot, so he can't hop on the laptop. He's having fun, man. He's tripping out on some of the Vegas stuff going on. The monsoons has really been a shock to him, and he's wasn't sure what the overseeding thing was going on, because where he's been in Vancouver for a while, and even in Shishan, that just they don't do that.
Right.
So he's like, so really, there's not anywhere to play golf? I said, well, we go to Coyote Springs a lot, and there's the other courses. Boulder Creek, rotates because they've got 9-hole layouts, and Revere rotates.
Yeah, and I mean it's
really good too during that time.
Yeah. You just kind of got to plan it out a little bit, because most courses don't overlap completely. Most.
Paiute will always have two open.
Yeah,
they'll shut one down, and then when it's done, open it up, shut another one down. So,
yeah, it just takes some planning, a little bit of planning.
And if I get an overseed schedule, I'll reach out to the SNGA and see if I can get an overseed schedule for everybody, and we'll post that. So you can.
Yeah, typically they do send that out, so that's also good.
Yeah, there's somebody. What was it? Arroyo or Sienna that didn't overseed last year?
Sienna, I want to say.
I know one of the South Summerlin courses didn't. So I mean, there's options out there. There's always options out there. But overseeding season is upon us. The ones that are gonna go brown, they'll start drying out right now, and this is when the golf courses really want the monsoons to stop, because once that seed goes down, if it rains, it wreaks havoc.
Mm-hmm.
Seed just washes away, and then you've got a brown, dead, not dormant golf course. And everybody,
it is nice. It is nice when it works out, though.
Oh, if it's like right now with the ground,
October, November is perfect.
The ground is soft right now, and if it stops, then the seeds can get in there and germinate quick. Oh man, it's gonna be a great fall season.
Yeah,
fingers crossed. Hey, Lake Mead went up 18 inches the past week.
Hey, shout out not having to move.
We're fine. There's plenty of water for us. Actually, Vegas is doing really well as far as the water conservation.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting kudos from all over the place about how much water that we could be using that we're not. And that's why if Lake Mead gets to a level that would impact our water supply, it would still, still got a couple 100 feet to drop before that happens. So,
yeah, and I saw Darden, shout out Wild Horse. They have been under the limit that you're supposed to be at before they even impose the new limit. So, as we say all the time, Wild Horse is doing a great job. I know it's not a lot of people's favorite course out there, but it's looking really good right now. And
well, that's what I said. He was probably one of the few places in town that was like, "Bring on the rain."
Yeah. Oh,
we will take it.
Yeah, he posts about it all the time.
Yeah.
Talking about inches and this and that, and welcomed rain, and
So I'm gonna have to ask Tice about the pond that used to be.
Oh yeah,
on 18
totally.
at Concord. It's no longer there, and I don't know if that is a water restriction thing or a maintenance thing or not. But I mean, that was always a fun, hazard to hit over, and now it's just a ditch.
It's a pit of despair.
Yeah, that's a Club at Sunrise pit. You do not want to go in there. Yeah, if you hit your ball in there, don't go get it. It looks firm, but you will sink 4 feet.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Okay. Jeremy, let's go over what's happening this week on the professional circuits.
All right. So we have the second leg of the playoffs. BMW Championship. This is a 2,000-point event, just like last week. Wilmington CC in Wilmington, Delaware. 7,500 yards, par 71. Patrick Cantlay is the defending champion. Another amazing course, East Coast.
Yeah, this was a Robert Trent Jones Sr. design, and then they brought somebody in to redo the north course. A tornado hit, destroying the south course, and so they had him redo the south course as well. That was back in 2020, I think, 20 or 2021. So I'm not sure how much of the RTJ elements remain, but imagine a lot of great bunkering like you see in typical Robert Trent Jones designs. Sohai is amazing for that. So yeah, should be fun to watch this one.
Yeah. DP World Tour is at the D&D Real Czech Masters, Albatross Golf Resort in Prague, Czech Republic. Johan Veerman, the defending champion. Of course, LIV Tour is on a break as they only play once a quarter.
We were on a break.
LPGA doesn't have anything this week, but they'll be up in Canada the week of August 25th. And then Korn Ferry is the Albertsons Boise Open, Hillcrest Country Club.
Still, as much as I've been up to Boise to visit family, I still have not played Hillcrest. That is one. I know Jordan Bloxham was saying that he knows somebody that can get us on there, but I desperately want to play this golf course.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's really similar to the one that they just played in Utah. Kind of the same feel.
Yeah.
And then PGA Tour Champions is the Dick's Sporting Goods Open.
Dick's Open.
Enjoy Golf Club in Endicott, New York.
All right, what's besides the FedEx Cup playoff? Because everybody's gonna tune into that, especially with the 70. Which other event there are you looking forward to?
The U.S. Amateur.
Yeah. That's where it's. Where's it at this year?
It's at Ridge. I just went blank.
Yeah, me
They
too.
played on. They play it in. They played it on the tour occasionally. It's in New Jersey. Ridge something. Mine went just blank there.
Andrew played in his qualifier for the Mid-Am yesterday, did not make it, so will not be caddying at Erin Hills later on this year for him at the Mid-Am. I told him absolutely no excuses next year. You have to make it because I really, really want to go to Sleepy Hollow.
Yeah, that would be sick.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's something you guys, as in you two youths, need
I'm going to do that next year. I promise you.
Try to get in that.
Yeah, I'm totally down. Just remind me, and I'll sign up.
I'm reminding you now. You got 1 year.
Ridgewood Country Club.
Ridgewood. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me know when it. How much time I have.
Okay.
When it shows up.
Yeah, 4 under and 3 under got through at Spanish Trail. Sorry, no S. Spanish Trail.
Well, I mean, it should be trails because there's 3 nines,
mm-hmm.
and it's not a single trail.
Yeah, it's not. All right. What was I gonna say? I can't remember what I was gonna say. What did you think about the Greg Norman comment to Rory?
Stupid.
I didn't mind it.
But
it's just banter, really.
Yeah,
it's just. I'm so tired of the LIV PGA versus PGA thing. It's just one more thing, really.
Look, here's the thing: is if the grass is greener on the other side, and you're saying that the grass is greener on the other side, why do you want to come back to the side that you left? That's one of the things that bothers me is like, why are you throwing in lawsuits and trying to come back when you wanted to leave and you left and you're saying it is great on the other side?
Yeah, why?
Stay there if it's that good.
Shut up and go over there. And I had a good chat with Greenlee about it because he's a LIV golf advocate, and I told him, I don't have any issues whatsoever with another league starting. I don't have any issues with them saying, we're going to change the way golf is played. We're going to go 54 holes. We're going to go only play 3 rounds, and, we're going to have a team event. And I'm like, fine. Yeah, that's amazing. Go for it. Do what you need to do. My biggest beef is them just saying how horrible the PGA has been to them and their lives have been just awful. And it's so thank God this new LIV Tour is here for me to go do. And my stance on this is if this LIV Tour started and it was the same payouts for the PGA Tour, you know, and if you even go based on field size, it would be less. None of these guys are going. None of them are going. You know, Ferry's the only one that I know of, maybe Pat Perez, that basically said they're paying me a lot of fucking money. And if they all said that, I fine, go for it, dude. But it's just the shit talking, and it's so fueled. I think it's so fueled by Norman, and I just don't get it.
Yeah, I think a big part of it is Norman's disgust with the tour. Did you see the thing where they're having like an emergency like meeting to talk about it all, and Tiger's going to be there to be the
mediator?
Yeah, the mediator, or the confidant, or whatever.
They're going to live stream that too?
Wait,
I would
I'll watch
love.
that.
I
You
would
mean
love to
a
listen in
LIV?
on that.
Are you talking about the PGA Tour meeting?
Yeah,
Like the players meeting?
yeah.
Yeah, saw that today.
Yeah, I mean, look, there's room for other tours, and there's, you
There
can do
are
what you
other
want.
tours.
Yeah, and there is other tours, and there's room for it. If that's what you want to do, go ahead and do it. But it's not like McDonald's is collaborating with Burger King anytime soon. So, or 7-Eleven's not competing with AM/PM.
It's
or
pizza, dude.
making
It's pizza.
Yeah, it's pizza. Bryson, that's right. Pizza Hut and Domino's. They are not collaborating anytime soon.
No.
If you want to work at Pizza Hut, go ahead and work at Pizza Hut. But if you leave Pizza Hut to go work at Domino's, like, if I own that franchise, I'm sorry, dude. You're not coming back.
No, you're not coming back. And then if you try
Or
to
you're not working at both is the thing.
Yeah.
You're not working at both.
Right.
One or the other.
Yeah.
Did you see Patrick Reed played in the Asian Tour?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Trying to maintain some OWGR points.
Yeah.
So what's nice now is the new OWGR. You can click on the website and it breaks down the events that took place this past week. And the FedEx Cup Championship, St. Jude Championship, had a field rating of 390. And the International Series of Singapore had a field rating of 43.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can't... I'm sorry, you're in Singapore scrambling for world ranking points in a field that is nothing. But this is better. This is better. Yeah. Good job. Good job.
That's your boy, though. Patrick Reed, your homie.
No, I disowned him a couple episodes ago. Said I was done with him. Dude, did you see the video of all the LIV guys with the old school?
Yes.
With them standing. Oh my God. I was in fucking tears. That was so fucking funny. When Phil Mickelson is blue.
Yep.
I lost it. Have you seen it, Joe?
I have not seen it.
Oh, you need to go watch it right now. I mean, it's oh my God. I was in tears. It was funny. All right, let's get to the odds for this week's event.
All right, let me pull this up. I had it up. It's not going to kick me out. Okay.
Oh wait, hey, in case everybody forgot.
Powered by Riverside FM.
Yeah,
bitch.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, motherfucker. Powered boy. Your favorite this week at BMW Championship, Rory McIlroy, bitch. 10-1 for Rory. JT is 12-1. John Rahm 12-1. Patrick Cantlay, Matt Fitzpatrick, Tony Finau, Colin Morikawa 15-1. Morikawa showed up this past weekend after almost missing the cut, right?
Yep.
Scheffler, Zalatoris 16-1. Schauffele 18-1. Sam Burns 22-1. Sungjae 25-1 along with Cameron Young. Joo Hyung Kim 30-1 along with Victor Hovland. Jordan Spieth 33-1. Wakan Naman 40-1 along with Shane Lowry. Max Homa, Aaron Wise 45-1, Terrell Hatton, Corey Connors, Hideki Withdrawal 50-1. Let's go down here. At the bottom, we only got 70 players this week. So at the bottom, you got Tom Hoagie 175-1, Mark Leishman 200-1, along with JJ Spawn and Matt Kuchar, as well as Kitayama. Kitayama's in it. Wow, that's awesome. Luke List 200-1.
He did make it through. Nice.
And at the bottom, Mackenzie Hughes 250-1.
What was Kitayama's?
Kitayama is, what did I say? 200-1.
I'm checking to see where Data Golf has him at for this event, and I don't see his name on here. Are you sure? Well, you're reading the. Oh, there he is down there. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. This is a no cut event, right? Because they have 100% everybody making the cut. So, Kitayama, he gets top 30. You lock up your tour card for a couple years. So that's nice. Get yourself in some big events.
Where is BMW Championship at?
It's in Delaware.
Wilmington Country Club.
Wilmington, yeah.
Yeah.
In Delaware. Okay. I am going to go with Sungjae Im. 25-1.
You bastard. Just kidding.
Is that me next then?
Yeah, you finished second, so last week.
Let's go with I will go Max Homa 45-1.
He has been picked more than anybody, I think, this season.
He's a likable guy.
He's a pickable guy, yeah, for sure.
Very pickable.
He's very pickable. Thanks, Max. You're very pickable.
I'm going to go with Xander Schauffele.
Ooh.
X-Man.
18-1.
Hasn't been very long since he's been playing amazing golf, so I could see him doing it.
Yeah, let's see. So, Sungjae, Data Golf has him to, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11th. Max Homa is about 20. Xander. Yeah, no, he's top 10. So, yeah. How do you think Will's going to do after winning? Does it open the floodgates, or
I think it does. I think for him, it's a big confidence boost.
Oh my goodness, right?
Totally. I mean, it's a tough part of the year, though, for sure. I mean, you got the top 70 in this. I think that since Will finally won, I think we really need to watch out for him next year.
Yeah, totally. It's funny. I had more talk about the OWGR because, and this is one thing that I think some people are going to find an easy gripe about, because the field this week is less valuable than the field last week. One, there's less players, and some of the higher ranked players that didn't make the cut, so that brings it down a little bit. So it's not as a valuable as event as last week, which it should be. It should be.
Yeah.
But it's an interesting to see if and how they're going to do it. So I don't know. We will find out. So as Joe mentioned earlier, we've got a trip coming up. Sorry, Jeremy, you can't be included in this. We really want you to.
I'm going to be there in spirit.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Totally. We're headed out to Georgia to play some golf, thanks to our national championship victory at 5-Iron Golf. The golfing real estate agent, Bob West, myself, Joe, and Dan Hodges will be traveling end of September out to the south.
About 5 weeks.
Yeah. And
from now.
Is it that soon?
I mean, yeah. We
leave
on the 27th. So
yeah. God, man, time's flying by.
Love it.
But we are going to Reynolds Lake, and that is where the TaylorMade Kingdom is. Roars is chatting with some of the people he knows there to get us a tour inside the kingdom, so that's going to be amazing. We have 3 rounds of golf that we're playing at Lake, how do you say it? Lake
Oconee.
Lake Oconee. Lake Ochichichichichi.
Renner's Lake Oconee way.
And then, so we...
Oh my God.
We're playing there Wednesday and Thursday. And then Thursday, after we're done, we're going to head north and try to get on Old Toccoa.
Yeah.
Which is one that Joe really wanted to get in. From there, we'll be driving through the dense wooded areas of North Georgia to head over to an Airbnb really close to Macklemore, because on Friday we're playing Macklemore, which is going to be
golf above the clouds.
God, I just can't wait to play that. It's
I
going to
hope
be so
there's
much
some clouds. I hope we're above some clouds. They sell it that way. So
golf as it meant to be was a hell of a moniker that at Bandon. So Joe's gonna have.
We need golf above the clouds.
This place fucking sucks. There's no clouds. And then so from Macklemore, we're going to make the not so short, not so long drive over to Sweetens.
Hopefully.
And hopefully be able to get on Sweetens to play some golf there. Then chatting with Dan, I think what we're going to do is the place where we're staying at Macklemore. We're either going to go back there and stay there that night and then drive down to Birmingham the Saturday. We're going to play, I know Ross Bridge is Sunday, but what's Saturday? What's it called?
Purcell Farm.
Yeah, Purcell Farms. We're going to do that on Saturday.
Which is Dan's call. Dan really wants to play Purcell.
Yep. And then Sunday, we're going to play Ross Bridge, which is one that I really want to play. And then coming back. So it's a hell of a golf trip.
Yeah, I can't wait.
That sounds like it.
Yeah, a lot of driving, a lot of different places we're staying, the conversations in the car are going to be amazing.
I can't wait. We got the van booked. There's
we're driving around
plenty of Waffle Houses on the way.
Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, I can't wait to eat Waffle House again. Oh, that was so much fun. Yeah, I love that part of the country. It's absolutely beautiful. And that time of the year, the leaves are going to start changing. And it's just going to be.
It's going to be awesome.
It's going to be amazing. So looking forward to that.
About 5 weeks out. I just hope we get on Sweetens. You know, that would be a topper.
Yeah, that would icing on the cake right there. If we can.
If not, we do have Sewanee. That's a backup from Jeremy's Instagram pic. Never a Full Bag has changed his name to Clappin' Cleeks. He did say Sewanee is a really good backup to Sweetens. Nice. Restoration by Gil Hance. So that could be cool. If we can't get Sweetens in, maybe we do Sewanee. It's a 9-hole, and it's rated top course in
Sweetens,
Tennessee. So
nice. Yeah, so we're gonna Georgia, Tennessee, and Alabama. I have yet to play golf in Tennessee. I have played in Georgia. I have played in Alabama. So, but Ross Bridge and Purcell Farms are 2 that I have not played. So very much
RTG Trail, baby. RTJ.
Mm-hmm. RTJ. Robert Trent Jones.
Robert Trent James.
And then let's see what is. God, there's one other thing I want to talk about. Can't remember what it was. Oh well.
You better remember. What are you doing?
Couldn't have been that important. So,
hey, I might have something here. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Try and remember what you're talking about.
That requires thought. And
over black sand.
Oh, you know what I was going to talk about? I was going to talk about Jeremy. You have come over to the Ventus side.
Yeah.
Little shaft upgrade for you. You are going away from extra stiff. Putting no, you did extra stiff. You just went a little lighter, right?
Yeah.
That's what we did. I can just see your face like, did you order the wrong fucking one?
I actually did think that.
That's coming. It'll be here tomorrow. We're going to install that in your driver. That's going to be fun. Joe's got some new grips coming. I have some new wedges that I played with at 5-iron and out at Revere. Still getting used to them a little bit. I do have a new tool coming in. Joe, you didn't hear this because you weren't on when you said you were going to be. But I have a loft and lie measuring tool coming. So we'll be able to lock in those lofts so we know exactly what they are and then can use the other machine to bend if we need to. So full service shop.
So I have a couple messages here. So I'll bring up Dan Herrera's here in a minute because it was kind of confusing me. So Dan, if you're listening, resubmit that. Hardenbrook is listening. He said if it is the 30th at Sweetens Cove, we can make that happen.
Nice.
He said, screw Sewanee. Don't you dare. It's a public event at Sweetens Cove that weekend. And he's going to reach out to Cam. He's texting him. So, Ryan, if you're listening, which you are, obviously, we got to get on Sweetens. It's going to be awesome. I don't know if we're ever going to be back in that area unless we go to Sweetens.
Yeah, that close.
Unless we absolutely go to Sweetens, we're not going to be that close. So, Cam Kelly or Lee Mack have you. So, that's going to be awesome. I can't wait to spend an exorbitant amount of money in that pro shop at Sweetens. So, hopefully we can check that off. And shout out if we can make that happen. Let's see what Dan said. He was kind of. I'm gonna read it.
Okay.
Because I don't understand what he's saying.
I'm trying to decipher it.
I said best par 3 in Vegas ? What you want to hear? I'll bring it up. He said Rhodes number 3 bears best over Black Sand and Wolf Island Green. Ask my FIL. Do you know what that means? About topics.
Father-in-law.
Father-in-law. Hey, shout out.
Go.
And he got mad about how come peeps don't have to fix fairway divots, but you have to fix greens, like green divots.
Oh, we fix our fairway divots.
The rule in PGA doesn't require you to fix fairway divots.
Yeah. That's I've always thought it was strange that some of the shit that happens in the fairways. Like I remember one event years ago, somebody hit a tree and a big old branch fell down in the middle of the fairway and they just walked right by it. And I was like, what the fuck are you doing? And I mean, it was in an area where nobody should land. So I could see, it was a freak occurrence that, I mean, that was on a ball going up that hit that. So really doubtful anybody's ever going to be in that area. But I mean, for the most part, the caddies do go and get the divot and put it back and step on it. And I mean, I know that's discouraged for public golf because that grass does not grow. It just sits there and actually can germinate and do some bad things for the grass. So that's why they ask you to use sand instead. But I know that's what a lot of the guys on tour do. They go and fill it back in just in case a ball does come in that area. It's not in a hole. Did you say what's our favorite par 3 in Vegas? Is that what he was asking?
Yeah, it kind of sounded like that. I do have a comment from Hardenbrook that LVCC 17 is a good one and TPC number 2, TPC LV 2, which is like I told him is
that's a good one.
Desert sawgrass.
Yeah. Cyrus just.
Imagine if number 2 at TPC LV is surrounded by water.
Yeah, that's Well, it's a little
similar.
bit more elevated too, because sawgrass is
That's
pretty
true.
flat.
When the wind is blowing across that hole, it's very tough,
coming
especially
through the
from
canyon.
the back tee.
Yeah. Cyrus just said 17th is Shadow. Amazing par 3.
Well, I wouldn't know.
Well, you've seen it at least.
I know, that's true. That is an amazing hole. All the par 3s there are just incredible.
They're so good. One of my favorites, I love, 6 at Rio Seco. The Canyon par 3 is really good. 11 at Rio Seco, or 12 at Rio Seco is really good. I Concord, I like number 8. That's a fun, elevated, big green hole.
Southern Highlands has some good ones.
Yeah, Sohai has a ton of good ones.
Yeah, there's so many good ones. I can't think of. I'm trying to road. I don't like any of them at roads.
Greenlee says number 5 at TPC Summerlin, first hole in one for him out there.
What?
Yeah, that's a good one. I like.
That's a
number
great
5
hole,
at Summerlin is great.
Yeah, downhiller.
Yeah, that's I saw Tony.
I like 17 better, but
my first time out at TPC Summerlin, I was following Tony and I saw him out there, and I mean, I was like face on view of him, watching him. I remember he had a yellow polo. It was awesome to watch, and I was 18 feet away from him. It was so cool. I mean, and 16 at Rio, 16 at Paiute Snow, amazing.
Yeah,
17 on lakes at Prim. I always will love that hole.
that is a great on the lakes course. Yeah, not desert.
Yeah, totally.
That's a really fun hole. What is it? So it's 8 now at Reflection Bay. They're kind of iconic par 3. Is a really good one. Cliff will have to let us know what it is. I think it's 14 at South Shore. It's a great par 3. The Cascada one, Joe, that you almost hold out. That's an amazing par 3.
Yeah, that's a really good one with the waterfall there. I mean,
the
quarter of a
mountains
roll, man, would have been my first ace. No aces. I mean, none of us have any aces, right?
Well, Jeremy's got a COVID hole.
COVID ace, yeah. Bounced off the foam noodle.
Yeah.
Yes, Cyrus just said 16 at South Shore, which is a good.
That's a beast. That is an absolute beast.
Where you're hitting over the top of palm trees that are 80 feet tall.
Yeah. Dragon Ridge has a couple interesting ones.
Oh yeah,
Super downhill.
Dragon Ridge.
Yeah, Dragon Ridge got a few for sure.
Desert Willows, full of them.
What makes a great what makes a great par 3? What makes a great par 3? I feel like that might be a pretty difficult question to answer.
That is a very difficult question to answer because you can have so many different varieties.
I think the
water,
green,
no water.
the shape of the green, the trouble around it. I mean, the shape of the bunkers, whether you've got a carry, if they can tuck a pin back and up on top and, behind a bunker. Elevation's always cool too. It's kind of a sort of a gimmicky feel when it's super elevated, but it's still,
Well, the good thing about elevation is it makes you question your club. It makes you shaky on what club you want to pull, because it throws in that factor to where, is it really playing what it is? I mean, is it wind? Like, probably, I will say this: the best par 3 I've played is Pacific Dunes. What number is it? It's 11.
10 and 11. 10 and 11.
Yeah, because 10 and then 11. Yeah. Along the ocean, 11.
That's one of the most amazing golf holes.
You're straight into the wind. I mean, you have to pierce that thing. You have to not let the wind affect it. Wind plays a huge factor in all golf shots, but that one is, man, probably the best par 3 I've ever played. But you can't be short. Obviously, if you're long, there's bunkers back there. Green is crazy. I mean, really, I've never really thought about what makes a great par 3. It's not necessarily yardage.
Cliff wrote an article for the Breakfast Ball today.
Yeah, I read that. Yeah,
he talked about.
I told Cliff, I was like, after reading your article, you have to go to Bandon Dunes.
Oh yeah, he's going to. He has to. It's on the list. But he said, having options off the tee really enhances a golf hole. If where the pin placement is one thing, but if you can have different tee boxes from different angles that bring in different types of play, it really can enhance a golf hole. So you got to think of a par 3 that changes just from moving tee boxes, and one that really comes to my mind on a tee box change is 16 at Rio Seco, because there's a tee box way, way in the back there that makes that a 100% water carry hole.
Yeah.
Because it is back and around the corner.
Right.
And then you move up a couple boxes and it's a straight on over no water. Really change it. But then the angle of the green is really unique because now you have to deal with the Biarritz style green where straight on you don't have that influencing your ball landing and where it's going. So I mean, it's brilliant design. I love stuff like that.
I mean, for me, water on a par 3 will always make it doper. Like a par 3 with water will always be dope to me.
Oh yeah.
Like the one over at Stallion Mountain on the back.
Yeah, that's
17?
it's a shitty ass
like
hole, but it's
14
awesome.
or-
I love that. It's 17.
Is it? Okay.
I mean, granted, you can't really like shape your shot into that because it's like a straight on, but it's got water.
So what
It's got
about
water in it.
what about a hole like what was 8 at Royal Links, the postage stamp, where it's 130 yards, but it's a small target that's very, very, very punishing if you miss. Is that something that you like, or would you prefer to have a little bit longer of a shot with water to give it that?
I think it's a great hole. I mean, if I love the views on a par 3, right? So like I know the hole you're talking about, and I was in the coffin bunker or whatever it is, the hell bunker on the left, and I love the opportunity to make something special happen out of something that
It's
people
tragic.
think you're dead out of. Like that bunker, people are like, if you're in that bunker, you're dead. But I've gotten up and down from that bunker, and I love the opportunity to make something special happen from something that people think there's no possible way you're going to get out of.
What about a par 3 that's completely flat, 130 yards, and it's the 18th hole? Like at Club at Sunrise that we'll be playing on Saturday.
The Swing Kings hole.
The most memorable 18th hole that ends with a par 3 to me is Pasa Tiempo. And I know
I've yet to play that. So.
Neither of you guys have played it. Yeah, neither of you guys have played it, but it is the best par 3 finish I've played. Pasa is incredible. It's probably the dopest back nine I've ever played on a golf course. You have to carry the ravine. The green itself slopes back to front. It's fairly short. I think it's like 140, 150. So you can spin it off the green. The bunkers are treacherous. The pin placements on that are insane. So if you make par there, it's incredible. And it is the best par 3 finishing hole I've ever played because no other par 3 comes to mind. On
Yes, Cyrus just said Pasa's awesome. He agrees. It's Alistair McKenzie masterpiece.
I mean, he lived on that
slice of
course. Like
Augusta.
that's where he decided to live. I mean, while he built Cypress Point and all that. And what's the girl's name? She was like the mastermind of Cypress Point and Pebble. She worked on Pebble. I forget her name, but Pasa is a mecca, if you will.
He says he lived on the 6th hole. It was the 16th hole is Mackenzie's favorite par 4 he ever built. Dude, this chat stuff is awesome. Thank you guys so much for taking part in this. Joe, can you see where you can see the chats?
Oh, I haven't put it on there. Okay, there you guys are.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, pulled it up. But Pasa feels like the Muni to Augusta. Like if Augusta was like the country club, Pasa would be the Muni. You know what I'm saying?
Damn good Muni.
Makes sense. It's an incredible Muni. But we have to go do that because when we went up there, we spread my grandma's ashes up there at Santa Cruz because that's where she was from. And that's when I got to play with my cousin Josh, who listens every week. Shout out Josh.
Thanks for listening, Josh.
we walked it, and this is when I began. I was like 6 months into the game, and Pasa it's incredible. It feels like, I mean, it's a semi-private course, but it's magical. It's that back nine is just, it's too good. Like the front nine is amazing itself, but
you're
back
not gonna
nine
cry,
is,
are you?
not like 16th at Bantam. Don't worry. I mean, as a collective joint venture, that back nine of Pasa it's incredible. You cross the ravine, you hit over the ravine, you play these next to these bunkers, and then there's the hollow in the fairway, and then you cross over the ravine again, and then at the end you cross over again. It's something you have to play.
Okay,
Have to.
I agree with you.
And there's a great ice cream shop at the bottom of the hill. Forget the name, but it's got great ice cream.
Need some little... That little episode was Joe Keith talking about Pasatiempo. Not quite worth the cry, but damn close. And I think that's how we bring this week's episode to a close. What do you think? Yeah?
Yeah, sure. I mean,
All right.
there's a lot of great golf out there to play.
Oh,
Try
I
and
guess-
check off as much as you can. None of us are going to be able to check all of it off. Do the best you can. At
Well,
checking
unless
off the
someone from our crew hits the mega billions, then
There's not enough time, though, my friend,
there's always enough time.
to play every golf course in the world. I don't think so.
Why not? Let's make a YouTube channel about it and have everybody send us money. We're playing every course in the world.
Donate so we can at least try.
Well, hey, you know what? You've got a young son that's into golf. Jeremy's got a couple kids. I've got some kids. We can just, continue it.
Yeah,
And
there you go.
Yeah. No, terrible idea. Terrible idea. I still haven't played some of the courses in Vegas, which is pathetic. So let me work on that first before
ask
we
you this real
start
quick.
talking about different countries.
Top 3 destinations for you guys to play golf. Jeremy, top 3 places you want to go play golf.
Monterey.
Okay.
Bandon. And like Long Island, New York. Bethpage.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Little Fisher Island action.
Matt.
Michigan, South Carolina, or the Carolinas, wherever, North Carolina, South Carolina area. And then I really, really want to go to New Zealand.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a feeling that I would have to like move there because 18 hours on a plane.
That's a long. It's a long trip.
Is gonna make me hate either that or I'll have to get a job on a boat coming back because I have a hard time sitting in a chair watching a movie for 3 hours. Sitting on a plane for 18. Yeah, I would not want to meet that Matt.
For me, it is New Zealand, Australia, Cape Kidnappers, Tahiti, Royal Melbourne. That whole Sandbelt area obviously looks incredible. Wisconsin is in there, but I'm not going to throw it in my top 3. Michigan, Pilgrim's Run, I really want to play. I heard the turf up there is incredible. And then North Carolina. North Carolina seems like the American home of golf to me, and that's where I want to go.
Yeah,
obviously, and there's so many. There, I mean, obviously, like
yeah.
St. Andrews and all that whole area up there, of course. But easily obtainable, quickly for me is Wisconsin, Michigan, North Carolina.
Yeah.
Long trips, New Zealand, Australia, Scotland, Ireland.
I really want to go take the helicopter and play that par 4 that's in South Africa, but I don't want to go to South Africa to do it.
I really
Can somebody
do not
do
care.
that here, please?
I really do not care to play that hole at all.
I mean, I just to say that you've done it, but I mean, like, you can do that out of Death Valley. They got high enough mountains out there. Let's make that happen,
Yeah.
But on your comment about the Long Island area, Jeremy, I love each week when we have tournaments, I always go on Google Maps just to see where it's at.
Yep.
And I love that part of the country because you just have these country clubs nestled in the woods just off the beaten path that look amazing. There's so much golf out there like that.
Yeah. So they're just incredible. I need to know a member that's just has connections at every course out there.
Yeah. Let's find one.
I need to get on that.
Yeah. All right, Joe.
Yeah.
Bring it home.
All right, thanks for tuning in to this episode of the Chasing Daylight podcast.
Powered by Riverside
and it's
FM.
powered by Riverside FM. Thanks for those that jumped in the chat and everybody that was hitting us with messages on Instagram. We really appreciate it.
Made it a lot of fun.
Yeah, totally. Love the interaction. Send your questions or topics or whatever to Chasing Daylight Podcast on Instagram. Text us, however you got to get a hold of us. Let us know what
we have a website too, which apparently after analyzing the analytics today, not a lot of people know about.
Yeah,
jump in on that.
ChasingDaylightPodcast.com. It's great because we've got all the interviews and all the guests that were on, links to their profiles and everything. So if you want to, if you're sitting on the shitter and you got nothing to browse, head on over to our podcast page, ChasingDaylightPodcast.com.
Yeah, if you want to know the best beer selection at a golf course, the best logo in Las Vegas, whatever it may be, hit us up. We'll talk about it. Tell us what you want to hear. We're here for your enjoyment, and we love talking golf. Anything golf. We are nerds. Jeremy's getting Ventus soon. I'm getting new grips soon from GolfWorks. We're going to Georgia. We're playing golf in other areas, so let us know what you want to hear. We will be happy to talk about it. Until next time, we'll see you next week. Keep tuning in. Tell your friends. And a little early on the later.
Yeah, I was trying to shut you up.